Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you guys are new here, welcome. I just want to start this video by saying thank you guys so much for helping me to reach my goal of hitting 200 subscribers by my third video, and for also getting my very first video to 1,000 views. So these are both super exciting goals to be reaching after only posting for 3 weeks. So I'm going to continue to keep posting once a week. If you are interested, you can subscribe below and like this video. I'd really appreciate it. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to take that pair of jeans you have that you love that is just too small by just a little bit, and we're gonna make them fit again. So you don't need to hand them down to your sister, you don't need to give them to Goodwill. We are gonna keep these and they're still gonna look good on you. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So these are the jeans that we're going to be working with today. I actually just bought them from my friend Sierra so that I can make this video. I was obsessed with the bleach dye at the ankles on these, and the fact that they're vintage Levi's means they're great quality and were actually made in the USA before Levi's was affected by globalization and moved all their production overseas. But today, 99% of their jeans are made in countries like China, Japan, Italy, and others unnamed, but they do have a single collection of made in the USA 501 jeans sourced from a small denim mill called White Oak in Greensboro, North Carolina. But back to today's video, I'm going to be cutting down the side seams on this pair of jeans and inserting denim strips from another pair of jeans that are damaged. As you can see though, there's still extra fabric around the waist, so if you guys would like to see a video on how to make pants fit better around the waist, let me know in the comments and I can show you guys how to do it with or without a sewing machine. So here's a pair of jeans that we're going to be using for the inserts today. As you can see, I've already done a little DIY fringe at the ankles, and I've tried to save these. However, they're just a bit too small for me, and I've ripped like 3 holes of them because of it. But fun fact, I've had these since like 8th grade. It was a gift from one of my aunts who had a neighbor that worked at Abercrombie. To begin this project, we're going to lay out our pants on a flat surface. That way it's easier to cut down the seams properly. Here, I'm using fabric scissors to get through thick material better, but if you don't have access to fabric scissors, normal ones will work just as well. It just might take a little bit longer with denim. In case this is confusing, here's what it looks like from the side. We're just going to make sure we cut all the way from the hip down to the ankle. Here's what the pants will look like after finishing the first cut. Next, all we're going to do is flip our jeans and do the same exact thing to the other side. And just a little PSA, this method will work for any pants, not just jeans, and it will also work for shorts, skirts, or whatever. So it's a pretty universal method for making your clothes fit you a little bit better. Now that we've finished cutting slits in our pair of jeans that we're making larger, we just need to create the side panel inserts. If your jeans are like mine and have slits at the knee, I recommend using the back side of the pant. When I first tried these on, I measured that I needed an additional 3 inches around the waistline, but you can also eyeball it if you don't have a ruler or measuring tape at home. Make sure to keep seam allowance in mind here. That's super important, especially if you want the perfect fit. That's why both of my strips are 2 inches wide by the entire length of the pant. Also, I forgot to mention I used chalk to draw the lines down my pants, but you can also use a colored pencil, a normal pencil, pen, really anything. You're going to be cutting it off anyways. Also, this is a design choice, but I love the look of the extra pocket at the top of the waist, but if you want, you can always cut that off too if you don't like it. Now we're going to be doing the same thing to the other side of the pant leg. Remember to keep your ruler parallel to the side seam to ensure that the strip is even the entire way down to the ankle. Also, if you're feeling crazy, you can cut a wider diagonal line as you move down to create a flared bell-bottom fit instead of a straight leg. Here we have our final 2 inserts for our pants. All we need to do now before we begin the construction of the garment is to line up our pieces with the pretty sides of the fabric facing each other. If you feel more comfortable pinning this before sewing, feel free to do so. However, I prefer to adjust the material as I sew. It saves so much time, and personally I feel like I can control the material easier this way. Just a little PSA to make sure you watch out for the metal rivets on your jeans. You can cut them off if you're worried, but I just worked around them. I made sure to stitch this down at 3/8 of an inch seam line to make sure there was enough room to go around them. Here's what they'll look like after your first stitch from the waistline to the ankle. Make sure you're remembering to back tack in the beginning and the end as well. Now we're attaching the other side of our insert to the back of the pant leg, making sure that the good sides are facing together still. Here's what our first completed insert will look like. Remember to keep in mind that you can cut out any extra belt loops or design details if you want to keep things simple. Now that we've completed our first insert, we're just going to do the same exact thing to the other side. Remember to place the pretty sides of your material together, as well as keep a consistent seam allowance compared to the other side of the pant. In general, I'd recommend anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch here, depending on your pant material. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Again, here's a visual of what they'll look like after completing the stitch from the waist to the ankle. Now for our last step, we just need to finish the final stitch of this project. All you need to do is make sure the jeans are inside out, aka the good sides are together, and backstitch at the beginning and the end of the project. Here's a quick look at the completed jeans from the inside out to hopefully make this easier to understand before you begin this project if you're interested. Just 4 straight stitches is all these pants needed for them to fit again. Literally anyone can do this as long as you, a friend, your grandma, your mom, someone has an access to machine, or if you really want, you could hand stitch this, but it might take a little bit longer. I'm seriously so happy with how these turned out. I may end up bleaching the bottoms of these for the colors to match up, but for now I love how it emphasized the current dye on the jeans. I've already done this to like 3 pairs of pants and 1 pair of shorts during quarantine, all with slightly different approaches and results, but if you guys are interested in seeing more alterations videos in the future, just let me know. This video was seriously so much fun to make, and I really appreciate if you guys watched it all the way through. Please don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful at all. Moving forward to next week, my goals are to hopefully hit 300 subscribers as well as get my Depop haul video to 1,000 views. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for helping me reach all of these so far. It seriously encourages me so much to keep going. So thank you so much, and I'll see you again next week.